Hi guys, Mike from FDT-TV here. Thanks for tuning in. This is my preview of the upcoming FA Cup fixture against Southampton. Let's jump in. We're back again, guys. It's the FA Cup. There has been recent news about a certain player leaving our club. I have picked him to be the thumbnail today, just because he has been one of my favourite players in his time at Arsenal. I've no shame to admit it, and you can check it out on the podcast. I'm a bit of an Ozil fanboy, but he is looks like he's leaving the club. The contract has been mutually terminated. He's gone out to Turkey for his medical with Fenerbahce. Just hasn't been announced yet. But yes, it looks like he will be leaving the club after, I think it's about 7.5, 8 years at the club. Would have loved to have seen it turn out in a different way and possibly get some game time in throughout the second half of the season, but it's just not meant to be. So good luck, Mr. Ozil, on your next venture. So back to it, the FA Cup. It's a competition that we love. The only issue is that we're playing Southampton. And we're playing them twice in 3 days, I think it is. So Saturday and then the Tuesday. Obviously, we recently just drew with them. We are coming off the back of a run of a few good games. We've had 5 wins and 1 draw, I think it is, in the last few games. Good win against Newcastle the other day. Very, very convincing win. And we go again, as I said, to Southampton in the FA Cup first on Saturday. We have played Southampton 5 times in the FA Cup in our history. All 5 times we have beaten Southampton, with the most recent win in 2017 with a 5-0 victory. Those goals come from Danny Welbeck and none other than Theo Walcott. Theo Walcott has recently moved to Southampton, and he did put in a very good display against us in the 1-1 draw in the Premier League. There are a few players that do kind of scream at me in this particular fixture. Danny Ings, just returning to the squad and is likely to start against us, has scored quite a few goals already for Southampton this season, and does love a goal against us. So one of the players we have to watch out for. Theo Walcott, as I've already mentioned, did put in a pretty good performance against us. In his interview after the game, he said that he didn't see the same fight that Arsenal had previously. But after the last few performances, who knows, it may be a different side that goes out and attacks Southampton on this occasion. James Ward-Prowse, another player we have got to watch out for. So as I said, 5 wins. We love the FA Cup. We are going for our 15th win in the FA Cup, or 15th trophy, should I say. Obviously, we're looking at the league positions. I know there's still a long way to go. We've only just reached the halfway point of the season, but it is looking very unlikely. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's looking very unlikely that we will get the Champions League spots this year. We're still in the Europa League, which is good, but we may have to rely on possibly the FA Cup to get the league, to get into Europe again this year, as we did last year. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my team. So there we go. That's how I'm lining up for the FA Cup fixture. There are some changes which I will explain. And bearing in mind, as I said, we have got 2 games against them coming up. So Saturday and Tuesday. So this is why I've gone for a bit of a rotated squad. The defence, I have decided to go for a slightly rotated defence. Cedric Suarez played an outstanding game against Newcastle the other day. So for me, he keeps his place. Nothing against Hector Bellerin, but I think potentially we may need to keep him for the league games coming up. David Luiz, again, a solid performance. I'm not saying that Rob Holding doesn't deserve to play. There may be a case that we have David Luiz play this game and then Rob Holding play in the league. Gabriel Magalhaes, there were many of us that were expecting to see him back, in the starting lineup, but For whatever reason, he was omitted from the squad. Oh, sorry, not omitted from the squad, but it was omitted from a start. You never know, we may actually see him back. He's obviously been in training since his return from his COVID isolation. So he's yeah, for me, he reclaims his starting place. Pablo Mari, I believe, is still suffering with a slight injury, so it may be a few weeks before we see him again. So Gabriel returns into his place. Kieran Tierney, again, is a player which I think has got his position now down even for this fixture, because I know, as I said, we have got Southampton twice, and this is the only one I'm a little bit wary of, just because he is coming back from an injury. For me, him and Aubameyang link up so well, but obviously I am conscious that he is just coming back from an injury. So my thinking is Tierney to start off with, try and get into a good position, and then possibly sub him off potentially for Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Saka, or just anyone, so he doesn't burn himself out, and then use him again in the game against Southampton on Tuesday. But obviously I'll go into that in more detail. Granit Xhaka, obviously, as you can see, has been dropped from this particular fixture. I have gone for El Neni and Partey. El Neni didn't play in the game against Newcastle, so for me gets back into the team. Thomas Partey had 60 odd minutes, just again returning from injury, so there is a possibility that we may see him substituted off again just until he gets match fit, but one of the standout players for me in the last fixture. Emile Smith-Rowe, I would have gone for Dani Ceballos in this particular game, but I understand he is currently injured, so for me he does get another start in this position, and you never know, you may see Willian in the number 10 position in the next game, depending on how he plays. Obviously, as you can see, I've gone for Willian out on the right hand side. It was a toss up, so again, for the Premier League, using Saka in the Premier League, or again, you may see him use him in this fixture and then sub him off depending on how well we're doing. But for me, I've started with Willian. Hopefully we will start to see the best of him soon. It's not looking very likely, but you never know. It's the new half of the season, the team is kicking on, so we may get more opportunities to see the Willian of old. Aubameyang for me starts out on the left hand side. Was unlucky not to get his hat-trick, but unfortunately he needed a poo, so he had to come off before he could get his hat-trick. So yeah, he's starting again, got 2 goals again the other day, so it was good to see him get on the score sheet. And then I've gone for Nketiah up top again with Lacazette. There's nothing against Lacazette, we have got games coming thick and fast at the moment, so we are going to need to have to rotate to avoid injuries. So I'm going to give Nketiah the start. Potentially you may see Martinelli get that position. There's just a load of players you could go in and out for. So yeah, that's currently my lineup. Obviously, if you would do anything different, please let me know down in the comments below. If you like my team selection, please let me know down in the comments below. Obviously, you've got my Twitter below me. Follow me up on Twitter. I do appreciate you watching the videos, and yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks very much. Right guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.